Welcome to the Never Yield podcast. Today is Friday, November the 7th. And on today's pod, we will preview the Hogs road test at Michigan State tomorrow, continue to break down and give our hot takes on the Razorback coaching search. And we'll play a little game of whose job is it anyway, as we try to guess who's going to fill some of these coaching jobs. And we'll give our best bets of the week. Andrew, how's your week going, man?
Man, it's busy, but I'll take it. It's good. Um, you know, working hard. Still have these kids. Still in the dungeon, so still not staying at the home. But we should be back this weekend. No, I said that last time, but should be back this weekend. And yeah, ready to just soaking up all the knowledge that I can on this coaching search. It just consumes you when it's
Yeah,
going on.
we're insiders, so we get lots of knowledge.
That's true. That's true. And
We're
people have been
insiders.
dropping something. I don't know if it's knowledge, but they've been dropping something to me. So
Yeah,
we'll get into it. But exciting
yeah,
times.
yeah. It's been busy over here too, man. We went down to the old stomping grounds on Tuesday in Hot
All right.
Springs, and went and had a little lunch at the one and famous Shack in
All right.
Jesseville, Arkansas. If you
Did it
haven't
did it
mm,
hold up to
held
the
up,
standard?
nothing's changed. Nothing's changed.
Let's
And
go.
I was in a quandary because like I don't know if I should go with the old fashioned shack burger. I
Mm-hmm.
used to love the grilled chicken sandwich with cheese and bacon. I used to love the
Mm-hmm.
catfish basket. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
all of it was great.
Yeah.
And it was lunchtime, so I was like, I'm gonna go light. And then I got the menu. I was like, no, I'm getting the catfish. So I got the catfish basket. It was
Okay.
unbelievable.
All
Got a
right.
the old Cajun fries instead of the regular fries, and
Have to.
uh, yeah, the old hot fudge peanut butter milkshake for the road.
Oh, so I was about to ask. I was like, you gotta go. You gotta go peanut butter fudge shake for sure.
Yeah, nothing's changed. They still got the same old ladies working in there that were working in there in 2006. so,
Okay.
but yeah, it was a great experience, man. It was. I hope it's there the next time I go down, which I'm hoping is this summer because I plan on making a golf trip down to the village this summer. So
Say less.
that's the
I've
goal.
been wanting to do a village golf trip for basically since I moved up here. I've not played a single village course since I moved up here, I don't think.
Oh yeah,
So,
they're great. If
yeah,
if the fans out there don't know about the village golf, if you're a golfer, you need to take a weekend and go play some of the Hot Springs Village golf courses.
absolutely.
It's as good as anywhere in the state. But yeah, so good weekend here. Just like you said, trying to keep up with the coaching rumors and on the bye week, everybody thinks they got the answers, I guess, because there's no game to prepare for. So
Mhm.
been a lot of fake news riding Silverfield, I think.
Yep.
Steam on Twitter and stuff, and
Dude, it just
it
shows.
just continues to amaze me that if someone has a tweet and it's
Mhm.
got an AI picture and you go and just click on the profile and they have like 112 followers,
Mhm.
quit quit thinking what these people are saying is relevant.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
because it's all so ridiculous. That's the first thing I do is when I see breaking news, I go to the person's profile and I click on it. And if
Mhm.
they have 78,000 followers or something, I'm like, okay, there may be some likes to this.
Yep.
If they got 19 followers, wake up, people.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, it's the first thing I look for is if it doesn't have like a blue star or check or whatever, I'm like, this isn't credible. And so, yeah, everybody was freaking out today over some guy that had like 31 followers saying that Ryan Silverfield is the next
Yeah.
coach. And I'm just like, first of all, let's use some deductive reasoning here. You got a guy that's literally in the playoff. If the
Uh,
season ended today, is in the playoff. So he's definitely not meeting with his team to say, "Hey, I'm out at the end of the year," and has a whole lot to play for. I'm like, there isn't even an active coach that's not in the playoff currently that would be having that conversation with their team. So yeah,
yeah.
it was unbelievable from the jump. So I don't understand. Which I'll say this: I don't think we're doing hot seats and that stuff today, but I would put Razorback fans during a coaching search. on the hot seat because, dude, it is
Dude, we're the
ridiculous.
best. We're the
Like,
best.
just the like, could not know ball less than what these people are arguing. Like, people call I can't tell you how many calls I've heard just this week. So since Monday, since we had a school record 18 penalties for 193 yards, the number of calls that I've heard this week that said, "Man, I think we just give it to Bobby Petrino on just a 1-year deal, make him prove it to us now." And I think we go Bobby Petrino on a 1-year deal, we get him on the cheap, then let him bring in his defense, let him bring in his coordinators, and I think in 2, 3 years we'll be right there in the playoff. And I'm just like, are you like, first of all, nobody's taking a 1-year deal. It's not setting up your program for success. And if you're so confident in Bobby Petrino, why not just give him a 4-year deal right off the bat? Be like,
Yeah.
hey man, you have not won a game, but man, you have shown us so much in these 4 weeks that we should just give you the job. I mean, I don't understand. And then you'll get people calling in and be like, "Man, we got Alex Mortensen, former Razorback, just sitting there at UAB, beat Memphis.
Uh,
Hire him right now. You
uh,
better get him now, or you're never gonna get him." And I'm like,
yeah.
dude, people
I
just
listened to 5 minutes. I listened to 5 minutes this morning. Maybe that's not like 3 minutes. And all
mhm.
I heard was someone call and say, "Y'all know who Cade Womack is?" And I was
Dude,
like, "Cade
I
Womack?"
listened to 5 minutes and heard the exact same call.
He's like, "Yeah, his dad was the great Dave Womack. He played fullback." And I was like, "What are we doing?" He's like, "He'd be a great hire." You know?
Well, apparently, I
So,
mean, I will say in that 5 minutes, I did not know that Alabama's defensive coordinator played at Arkansas, so there's that. Or
I
went to
did not
Fay
either. I
went to Fayetteville High School. I don't think he played at Arkansas, but
Yeah.
went to Fayetteville High
So,
School.
yeah. Yeah, so it's interesting, it's entertaining. People think everybody thinks they got answers and they know, and I'm not saying we have answers and we know, but we have answers and we know more than 99% of of people that call
More
up.
than the people thinking that Bobby Petrino on a 1-year contract is gonna take us to the playoff once he
Yeah,
gets his defense in here,
yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Um, what I really do think is happening, and I could be completely wrong,
Mhm,
is once again, the Discord is heating up. The Discord,
mhm,
where all the ball knowers are in the
mhm,
Discord, just ball
mhm,
knowers. But there is some James Franklin steam, what I'm reading and hearing.
mhm,
Um, and the reason there is because really of one or two names, John Tyson and Warren Stevens.
mhm.
Um, I'm hearing that's who they want. I'm hearing that's who they're willing to get behind. And we all know if John Tyson wants it, there's a good chance it's going to happen, whether anybody else wants it or not.
Yeah,
Um, so I don't know. Supposedly your check's already met with him once, and it was today or yesterday. Your check already met with him, and there seems to be some legs. There
yeah,
was some preliminary reports that he was leaning Virginia Tech over Arkansas and this and that,
mhm,
and who knows, but that's what John Tyson wants, and I've heard that from numerous people,
mhm,
and I think there's a pretty good chance that may happen. And as much as I was not excited about that before,
mhm,
now that it's maybe a little bit of reality, he's still not anywhere. He's not my number one. But
mhm.
I'm like, all right, okay, James, come on,
Yeah,
let's give this a roll. And so
yeah,
he's still not my favorite, but I'm maybe kind of slowly coming around to it just a little bit.
yeah. No, I had a conversation earlier this week when it kinda started breaking that that was kinda who the next guy we're gonna go after, and I was like, I was super against him from initially when Penn State fired him and people started throwing out like, "What if he came here?" And I was like, "Man," I mean, we talked on here, like, just vibes are like, just we I mean, like, I think we would I have no doubt that he would win games. I'm not saying we're a playoff team with him here or, every year, but I think he could get 7, 8, 9 wins here every so often, and I guarantee we don't go 2 and 10 or 4 and 8 with him here, I don't
Yeah,
think. But at the
yeah,
same time, it just I think he would win, but it's also just kinda like, like, all right, just kinda like whatever. But with every job opening that comes open though, I'm like, well, I'd take him over a lot of other names.
yeah,
So I could
yeah,
get behind it too. And one of the radio people kind of alluded to that it's a little similar to kind of the Calipari situation where obviously he's not already a Hall of Fame coach and hasn't won a national championship, but he was one game away from it just last year
mhm,
and, you know, was there, I forget how many years he was there. It's over 10, right?
yeah, yeah,
So which
about,
yeah. And so I think it could be one of those situations similar to Cal where, it could work out both for the coach and the school where they just kind of both needed a fresh start and, to where he could take some momentum and a fresh start and just really hit the ground running and be excited and energized and that kind of thing. So I think
mhm.
there's that possibility. And while we're on topic, let me give you some insider stuff from the dark web that I received today. So uh
Let's go.
received this message from
You will only hear this on the Never Yield podcast, nowhere
that's
else.
that's right. Uh so a friend of a friend. This isn't the story that I have coming up later, by the way. This
Okay.
is related to Sir Franklin. But uh this is again, friend of a friend said, been told by a source close to the situation, James Franklin already has had 2 in-person meetings with our representation, that he's expected to be on campus next week or week after for an official interview. Where it goes
Yeah.
from there, who knows? But apparently have prepared a massive package to offer him, anywhere from 10 to 12 million a year by some, um, and have made significant strides in financial backing department. Word is the Waltons, Hunts, John Tyson are leading the charge and have pledged tens of millions of dollars yearly to the program. Highly unlikely that any program with a current opening could compete with the package that we have put together for Franklin, and hard for him to turn down. Now, this is what I had not heard before, but kind of ties into what David Basil talked about at the Touchdown Club this week. Kevin Scanlon is expected to be the next AD. It's just a matter of when, and have heard Kevin Trainer could be the deputy AD as well. Only time will tell. Go Hogs. So there was that. I sent this out in a group to which they sent that out to an insider I mean, like a high level booster to which I don't know who it is, but somebody that donates a lot of money to the program said, interesting. Haven't heard much on the AD front, but we are heavy in on Franklin and have met with him. We've raised $30 million to go towards coaching salary and staff and have apparently secured an additional $30 million for NIL, which Franklin said he had to have since he only had 15 mil at Penn State. I'm told this is the group of coaches we have contacted: Franklin, PJ Fleck, Manny Diaz at Duke, Mike Norvell at Florida State, Joe Brady, Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator, Cliff Kingsbury, Washington Commanders offensive coordinator, Golish, South Florida, um, Eric Morris, North Texas, Summerall, Tulane, Stein, Oregon offensive coordinator, Silverfield at Memphis, and Chesney at James Madison. So that's from like a high up booster who I don't know who it is. But so things are tracking. I think they're really trying to get one going or get things rolling here in the bye week. And um, yeah, it's I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious, to quote Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I saw that same report, about the meetings with Franklin and all that. My only red flag, not saying that's not true, I think it is true.
Well, and
My only
yeah,
red
take everything
flag
with a grain
is
of salt because I don't know.
Yeah.
who these people are,
No,
but
and I think there's some legs to that. My only red flag in that is who comes and interviews on campus? Like, is that even a thing? Do people just show up to campuses for interviews? Like
yeah,
this that's I don't feel like that's a deal. All these interviews happen in like these disclosed locations, like in a random hotel in a city because they don't want to be tracked or seen
yeah.
interviewing. And I mean, I don't know,
The
but
only
I just
the
feel
only
like
thing I could think
on
of
campus is odd.
yeah, well, the only thing I can think of is if we've already met with him at least once already to gauge his interest, kinda feel him out, all that stuff, that he I mean, at some point, he's gonna wanna see the campus, the facilities,
Yeah. But they're not
and
just
so
gonna walk him around in front of everybody, be
well,
like, "Hey,
right.
Here's James Franklin. He's interested. Let's go look at the football field, James."
Right.
Like,
I'm I'm sure
uh, they
they're
might. I mean, I don't know, but
I don't know. I'm just saying I'm sure they have their ways of, like, if they wanted to get him in the stadium when no one's seeing him, I'm sure they have a way to do that.
yeah, they do.
Um,
They do. They do.
they could lock the stadium down.
He's been in the stadium though, I think.
Yeah.
I think it came when he was at Vandy, I think. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'm slowly coming around to it.
Yeah.
Um, So time will tell, and let's play a little game of whose coach is it anyway,
Alright.
or whose job is it anyway, or whatever we want to call it. So we're just gonna throw out some random predictions here of
Okay.
who we think's gonna land where. Um, and I'll go first. I'll put the pressure on you,
Okay.
and this is just me, just completely spitballing and just let's just see. I have the next head coach at the University of Arkansas
Okay.
as none other than who we've been talking about, James Franklin. That's my
Okay.
prediction as of right now.
Okay.
I have Lane Kiffin as the head coach at the Florida Gators.
Okay.
I have LSU hitting a grand slam and going with Notre Dame round two with Marcus Freeman.
Okay.
I just don't see who they I just don't see them going for Summerall. I just don't see it. I think they're gonna try
Uh-huh.
to hit a grand slam.
Yep.
I have Auburn taking Sir Summerall.
Okay.
So I just still see I just see him fitting on that sideline. I have no reason to believe that'll happen. I could just see him walking that sideline and it just looks like it makes sense.
Yep.
I have Virginia Tech hiring Shane Beamer.
Okay.
And that would be the best decision Shane Beamer's ever made because he will be fired next year if he does not leave now.
Yeah.
And I have Oklahoma State hiring Eric Morris from North Texas, who I really like the more I watch him. I didn't
Mhm.
realize that he was the one who found Cam Ward
Mhm.
and was the head quarterback coach of Cam Ward before Cam Ward became the number one draft pick. And he also found John Mateer. And so he obviously knows how to evaluate talent. So I think that would be a good hire for Oklahoma State. And those are the only jobs that I've listed with my predictions. And then I would see Alex Golish filling in probably at South Carolina if Shane
Okay.
Beamer did go to Virginia Tech.
Okay.
So
Alright.
who knows?
Alright. Just run it by me. Just give me the school and
All right,
I'll give you a
here we go.
coach. Okay.
Arkansas.
Only because I want it to happen so
Yeah.
bad. I'm going Alex Golish.
Okay.
I think there's strong interest there, and with his wife's connection, I
Uh,
think
I do too.
yep.
I think if Franklin turns it down, I think that's got to be plan B. I mean, it has to be.
So
So,
from another this isn't like a my source, this is like an online I'll give him credit. It's Hog HQ, that has a podcast and a social media page, and they
mhm.
are right about a lot of things, but they said, that they're kinda conveying everything about James Franklin, saying that we're going hard after him, but that Silverfield is not a top candidate and is down the list below PJ Fleck, Alex Golish, and John Summerall, as well as Eric Morris. So, which I found out today, Eric Morris's wife is from Rector, Arkansas.
Yes, Rector, yeah, I did know that, I forgot to
Point
mention that. Yeah.
out Rector
Also
on the Arkansas map to me. I don't know where it is.
oh, I know exactly where
I
Rector's
know where
at.
Hector is.
Great 2A no, Rector's a great 2A basketball school. Coach Matt Mills does a great job over there in NEA.
Okay. Okay.
Um, they've won a lot of basketball games at Rector over the last few years. So um, Rector is home of the legendary Jason Smith, who gave us our Arkansas State preview. Um,
Oh, okay.
he's a proud Rector alum.
Okay. Is
So
that
yeah, I
East
know
Arkansas over there?
yep, Northeast Arkansas, north of Jonesboro.
Oh,
If you
okay.
didn't know, you can go north of Jonesboro. It's just about as close to the
Where's it in
Missouri
relation
Arkansas border as you can
where
get.
is it in relation to Pocahontas?
Keep going further
North?
east.
Oh, east. Okay.
Yep,
Is it in the
yep.
little
North
is it in
and
the
east.
little
Yeah,
Missouri toe
yep,
there? Okay.
yep, yep, yep.
Okay.
So, anyways, yeah. So that's intriguing. All the wives want to come home. Whose wife gets to come home to
Yeah.
Arkansas?
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, obviously, I would love Alex Golish to get the job at Arkansas.
Okay.
All right,
That's fine.
Florida.
Hmm. That's a tough one. Um, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go James Franklin of Florida.
Okay. All right.
Hasn't been a lot of steam behind that,
L
but
could happen.
yeah. Okay.
LSU.
I think LSU is going to be I think it's gonna be one of those ones where it's not on anybody's radar. I wanna say Nick Saban. I mean, I don't wanna say Nick Saban because I don't want LSU to win 6 national championships in the next decade, but, um, I think that is their number 1 choice, and I think they have talked to him. But if I had to it's hard because I think it's gonna be one of those hires like a Bielema to Arkansas type deal where it's just like no
Mhm.
one sees it coming, and it's just gonna be somebody that leaves where they're at, a perfectly happy situation and go there. But, all right, give me mm, that's a tough one, man. Gosh. I'm gonna say they're pulling Nick Saban out of retirement. They're gonna do it.
All right. All right. I like it. I like it.
And we'll never
I
win
don't like
anything.
it. I don't like it, but I like the
Yeah,
bold prediction.
yeah.
Auburn,
I'll go with you. I'll go Summerall to Auburn.
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech. Let's go Silverfield.
Okay. I've been seeing some Silverfield, and I've been seeing some Dan Mullen to Virginia Tech for what that's worth.
Oh, that could be a good fit too. You're right. I can see that.
Um, then Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State, I'm gonna go Eric Morris.
Yeah, that one kind of makes sense. I don't know
Yeah,
why. It just does.
yeah.
So you have either Lane Kiffin staying at Ole Miss or going to the NFL
I have
as
him
of
staying at
today.
Ole Miss. I think they're
That's
gonna go
terrible
I think they're gonna
for
go
us.
deep in the playoff and yeah. So I think they'll go oh, are we not gonna do Penn State?
Oh my God, we forgot about Penn State. Yeah, Penn State. I've got my Penn State prediction, but I'll let you go first on Penn State.
I'm gonna go
I
Eli
just looked over it.
Drinkwitz.
I got it right here. That's who I had.
I'm
That's who
gonna
I
go
had
Eli
was Drink.
Drinkwitz to Penn State.
Yeah, that's who I had. I looked right over Penn State. Yeah, I got Drink going to Penn State. I don't know why. I don't know if it even makes sense, but I
Right.
just feel like I don't know. It's just that these Drink and Lane, they're in such a weird spot because
Mhm.
they're like the most popular person in their state,
Yeah.
and they could go 7-5 the next 2 years and be fine. But if you go to one of these other jobs and go 7-5 twice, you're gonna get fired. And
Yeah.
so they're
Well,
just in such a weird spot.
it's kinda for them or for Penn State, if that was to happen, if Eli Drinkwitz was to go there, I'm like, you basically just fired a guy to hire a guy that's doing the exact same thing. It's like
Yeah.
winning 10 games a year and not,
Mhm.
winning the biggest ones.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like, but again, both parties just may need a fresh start. So
Yeah.
who
Yep.
knows?
Anyways, we'll see. That's our "Whose Job Is It Anyway" segment. Um, I that's about all the info I got on the coaching search for tonight. I haven't checked the Discord in about an hour, but there's some serious James Franklin steam, which I just
Yep.
don't know why Franklin would pick us if Florida wanted him or Auburn wanted him.
Hmm.
I don't know why he would pick us over them, but maybe they don't want him, or maybe something's intriguing to
Yeah.
him about Arkansas. I
One
don't
of
know.
the things, maybe it was, maybe it was Hog headquarters or one of the other ones. I can't remember where I saw it exactly, but apparently James Franklin is attracted to Arkansas being the only show in the state.
Yeah, yeah, I've
So that
seen
there's
that. Yeah,
no pro teams, no other big schools. That's appealing to him. And
yeah,
if Auburn and Florida and LSU and these schools are gonna, shoot higher in their mind, for somebody bigger, they may not be seriously gauging him right now until, James
yeah.
Franklin's probably their fallback plan. Whereas if we're making him a priority, I could see him going where he's wanted the most and where,
Mhm,
he feels like he'd be
mhm.
appreciated the most. So I
I
could
mean, if
see it.
that's really your guy, you gotta get him locked up
Right.
before the I mean, it's after the day after the last game, you need to have the press conference,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that way
That
you
way you
get
can hit
working
the
on the
ground going.
portal, you can start doing all that. You can hit it running before, while Florida's waiting on their plan A in the college football playoff or LSU or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it needs to get done ASAP. Don't wait around and
Yeah. Go ahead and
I'm assuming Jimmy Sexton is his agent. I mean, he seems to have about everybody, and Jimmy
I
Sexton
I
just
wanna say I heard it
rakes
wasn't.
us over the coals. Okay.
Yeah. I wanna
I
say it
mean,
wasn't his agent, but don't quote me on that. I wanna
yeah.
say he had somebody else, but I could be wrong.
I
But
mean, Jimmy just owns us, so
go ahead, Pete Thamel, and break the news so that we can get portal
yeah.
and recruiting going. Let's get this thing
Oh,
rolling.
another question. No, here you go. Who breaks it? Who breaks the coaching story? The first one to say it on Twitter. Who do you think it is?
I'll say Pete Thamel.
Think it's the Thamel?
It's never a local guy, except for Cal was. Cal was
Except for Wes Moore. Yeah,
yeah,
with
yeah,
Cal. Yeah.
Cal Westmore
Yeah.
broke the Cal story, to which I was like,
I'll go I'll go Nakos. I'll go with this Nakos guy. I don't even know him at On Three, but he's on top of everything somehow. So
"Okay,
he's kind of the hot name. He's the one who broke Petrino firing all the coaches that morning at like 5:30 a.m. And
okay,
so yeah, I'll go Nakos. You go Thamel's a safe bet for sure. He's definitely the most
I'll go save money."
recognized and reputable. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, Anyways, we still got another 3 or 4 weeks till we figure it out probably, but
yeah,
anyways, we'll keep speculating until we're not speculating.
yeah. Uh, is this a good is
Okay,
this a good slot for, I've got a story for you.
yeah, great spot.
You will not hear this story anywhere else, I can guarantee you, but it is going to show you where the state of our program was in the month of September, okay? So,
Okay,
my mom went to go visit one of her best friends from back home, and they have a relative.
back home is Hot Springs, by the way. Let's make sure
That's right,
everybody knows that.
and Jessieville to be more exact, or at least where her friend lives. And so they have a relative that works at a restaurant I will not disclose, but is on Lake Hamilton. And on a weekday in September, a game week, Guess who rolled into this restaurant with no shoes, no shirt, but a ball cap and got service?
No way.
None other than, at the time, Arkansas head coach Samuel L. Pittman.
You said no shirt?
No shirts, no shoes, rolled in off the lake to this restaurant, to which said employee who told the story to my mom, as well as all the other staff, were like, "What the heck is he doing here? There's literally a game Saturday." And he's rolling it. Probably had a few more than a few cold beers. But I'm like, did he already know what was the bye week he was out of here? And so just on a Tuesday, he's just gonna be like, going to the lake, boys. Like, literally just shows you where the program was in September. But so
They
I
did
mean, I'm
take Mondays off under Sam.
okay. Well, yeah, I don't know what day of the week it was. I guess a Monday, probably, but it was a game week. Rolled
Mm.
into a restaurant in Hot Springs with no shirt and no shoes. Now
This
I'm
comes
3
straight from Miss Drake's mouth.
who heard it from someone else's mouth that worked at the restaurant. But so I'm 3 people removed from the story. Take it what you will, but I'm here to tell you where the state of the program was in September, and it played out to be not good. So we
No
got a
bueno.
shirtless coach rolling around on a game week, 3.5 hours away from campus.
Oh my gosh. Hmm.
So that's a story you're
Interesting.
not going to hear anywhere
I
else.
would like to hear I would like to hear some eyewitness accounts come out that were also shirtless at that restaurant or bar. I'm assuming it's some lake bar, lake restaurant right there. He hopped
Yeah,
off the boat probably and
I'm assuming so. Yeah,
um, interesting. Well, you
not
only hear
without.
it here,
That's right.
the Never Yield podcast.
The stories that you'll hear straight from the pines of Jezebel.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I wish we were surprised, but nothing
Right?
surprises
It's like
us.
I'm not even surprised about it.
Um, let's talk about something that actually matters. Hog Hoops going to East Lansing, taking on the legendary Tom Izzo and the Michigan State Spartans. Did we lose Andrew? We did. Um, on
Hello,
tomorrow,
hello.
I cannot wait for this game. I absolutely cannot wait for this game. I am somewhat scared of this game. I'm concerned. I'm worried. I am worried about our bigs mainly. Trevin, Brazil, Nick Pringle, Malik Ewan are going to have to play really well. If you don't follow super close attention to Hog basketball or national basketball for that matter, you know, Michigan State traditionally has some big, strong, physical front court players. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm real familiar with Michigan State's roster because I'm not. But I know how Tom Izzo coaches, and I know the type of players he usually has. And our bigs are going to have to step up and play like grown men in East Lansing tomorrow for the Hogs to pull out a win. You're already going on the road to one of the toughest environments in all of college basketball. You are second game of the year. I know you had the exhibition games, but second game of the year. You know, that I think that shows how much confidence Cal has in this team that he scheduled a true road game at somewhere like Michigan State in game 2. Not game 7, not game 8. I think that kind of shows you how much he liked this team. Um, but it's going to be a super physical game. It's going to be really hard for the Hogs to go up there and pull out a win. I got faith they're going to do it. I'm confident they're going to do it. Cal keeps talking about how this is going to be a football game, how it's going to be a war, how physical it's going to be. You know, Tom Izzo, he had some very, very strong words for his team in his press conference after the Colgate win. and maybe not only after the Colgate win, but I think it may be in the following press conference. He had some tough words for his team and how they're going to get smoked by Arkansas. And he said it with some other words, but so they've had a great week of practice. They're going to be prepared. They're going to be ready to play. And so yeah, so they need to get this one to really get those Kim Palm and the ESPN with the BPI. The computers hate the Hogs. I don't understand the people who've seen them with their eyes. They're loving the Hog basketball team. They're getting more love from national media. Field of 68's a big college basketball follow on Twitter and a bunch of other national media. They're actually getting some love from some of the national media, but for whatever reason, the computers absolutely hate the Hogs, and I can't figure out why. I don't know why, but that's why this is an important game, because if you can go to Michigan State and beat them, just maybe, so you'll get in that algorithm the right way, and you'll be respected a little bit more by the computers. But it's going to be a great atmosphere on Fox. Bill Raftery on the call, the legendary Bill Raftery. If you don't know Bill Raftery, make sure you tune in. He's going to talk about onions and whatever else he says. But I'm super excited about this game, Andrew. I just gave a few minute little breakdown of the game, and what are your thoughts on the Hogs going to East Lansing tomorrow?
Yeah, well, apparently my story broke the internet because it kicked me off, but, yeah. No, I'm super excited. That's must-see TV on Saturday, and I'm also excited because I have not canceled my YouTube yet and switched to, like, Hulu Live or something, so that's something I'll be able to watch actually on Saturday, so, yeah. No, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be 2 Hall of Fame coaches, great matchup, ranked early season matchup. These are gonna be 2 tournament teams, super physical battle, so I'm excited for it, couldn't be more excited for it. Bill Raftery on the call, let's go.
Yeah,
Here
right.
for it.
Um, while you were gone, I was talking about how physical it's going to be and how traditional Michigan State bigs are just grown men. Like that's just who
Mhm,
Izzo recruits and how
yeah,
they beef them up in the weight room when they get there. That's my biggest concern is our bigs matching that level of physicality. And
mhm,
I know our bigs are athletic, but just that strength kind of concerns me. And
mhm,
and we'll see. I think it's going to be a great game. The Michigan State's favored by 1.5. So on a neutral court, we're probably a 1.5 point favorite. Usually home court's
mhm,
worth 3 points, they say.
yeah,
So I don't think the atmosphere is going to be unbelievable. Saturday
mhm,
night, East Lansing, they're not having a good football season, so they're ready for basketball up there. It's a
mhm,
basketball school anyway, but I don't think the crowd's going to like phase our guys. I think our guys got that mentality and that dog. Like they're going to feed off of that. Malik Thomas is going to hit a three and look up at the student section and do something stupid. And Billy Richmond will get a dunk and say something to the crowd. So I don't see the crowd phasing our guys, but it's going to be a tough atmosphere and it's going to be a lot of fun. And you just think about like since I was a kid, just waking up on Saturday mornings or even Sunday afternoons, and you'd always see Michigan State on national TV. Usually the 11 o'clock game
mhm,
on a Saturday, and you're just like, man, that place is crazy. And now
mhm,
we're gonna be playing there. Never thought we'd see it. If I was
yeah.
retired and had a lot of money, I'd be in East Lansing for that game tomorrow.
Oh,
And
for sure.
it's just one of those like bucket list things you'd want to do.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that'd be one of the arenas that I would wanna go see, more so for the I can't remember their atmosphere a lot. I'm sure they get rowdy there. If I remember right, I think they do a lot of wideouts in their
yeah,
gym.
whiteouts, and the whole lower circle is students.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's like 15 rows or but like the whole it wraps all the way around students on the
Okay.
lower the right on the court. It's not like one little
Mhm.
section on the side, it's the whole lower. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, that's
it's really
awesome.
neat. They do it right, and, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with the Hogs 83-74, and it's probably closer than that.
Mhm.
Um, I think it's like they probably jump out on us early, and then we fight back, and it's back and forth to the last 5 or 6 minutes, and we hit a few free throws late to stretch it out. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go the Hogs with a 9-point win, 83-74. What you got?
Okay. I I'm probably gonna pick it. I don't want to, but I'm probably gonna pick us to lose this. Like, we're not gonna win all these games,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm gonna pick us at their home court early in the season, big road test. I'm gonna pick us to lose a close one, like by 3 points, 2, 3 points, in the 80s somewhere.
yeah.
So,
I uh I just really want them to win this because we have like 3 or 4 cupcakes coming up
mhm,
before we get into I think it's Duke after that, and then we roll into
mhm,
Houston, and
yeah,
like I really want to see us beat a good team before we go spank a couple of these small
yeah,
schools the
no,
next
for
2
sure,
weeks. So we'll see. We'll learn a lot about our team either way this week. I mean, we'll learn a lot either way Saturday about the
yeah,
Hog basketball team and where they're at. So,
yeah,
uh, but yeah, basketball season's here. I'm ecstatic.
I am too. Yeah, we got
Can let's see. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, yeah, just prime time basketball while you got a coaching search in football. So yeah, it's weather's getting cooler. We got like a high of 48, I think, on like Sunday or Monday here
A
in
low
Northwest
of like
Arkansas.
21.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's not fun.
yeah.
Um, Couple shout outs or a couple nuggets before we get to our locks of the week. Cam Little, NFL all time record, 68-yard field goal. Shout out to former Arkansas Razorback Cam Little.
Heck yeah.
You always love seeing our pro hogs do great things, and he was a
Absolutely.
great hog. He was a great hog through some not great teams that we had, and
Yeah.
he was always a one steady Eddie. So
Mhm.
shout out to
I
Cam.
remember I was at the game when me and, my buddy Zach made the trip down to Baton Rouge. Uh, his I think he was a freshman and hit the game-winning field goal in
Mm-hmm.
overtime and did the gritty
Mm-hmm.
on in Death Valley. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And then my last little nugget is I just need YouTube TV and ESPN to get their crap together.
Yeah,
This has
figure
went
it
on
out.
way longer than I thought it
Yeah,
would. I thought they'd have it figured out before 11 o'clock Saturday,
yeah,
and their ratings were terrible. They were
mhm,
down like they were down a lot of the views were down 500,000, almost a million
mhm,
views because people are just not they've canceled or they're staying with YouTube TV and not getting anything else. And so,
mhm.
I mean, just for the good of America, let's both be some patriots and come together. I don't care about the government shutdown. They can fix their crap. I need YouTube TV and ESPN to come together, not the
Yes.
Republicans and the Democrats. I'm just kidding, but everybody needs to come together
Yeah,
and get this stuff fixed. The government shutdown and YouTube TV and ESPN. Let's get it done.
yeah.
I'm running out of free trials to use. That's the point.
Yeah, no joke. Yeah, I'll be hitting up a trial or 2 this weekend if they don't get it figured out, but I'm just like, I don't understand, like, you're gonna come to an it's like, these holdouts in, like, the NFL and, like, Major League Baseball and stuff. It's just like, figure it out. Y'all are gonna come to an agreement anyway. Just do it faster so that
Hmm.
people don't hate you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
I think I
understand.
get. They're gonna get it fixed. They just need to hurry up and get it done. So.
Yeah.
All right, and the last part of our show is we will do our locks of the week.
Just, for the record, right before we get into it, I'll just at the time of this recording, South Florida is currently putting it on Texas San Antonio 55-23 with 2 minutes to go.
Okay, that was a big game. That was a big game
If,
in the
if you missed the
American
start of it,
Conference.
if you missed the start of it, the South Florida's offense didn't. This should excite Razorback fans. It should make you want him to be our coach. But um, South Florida's offense didn't take the field in like the first 7 minutes of the game because San Antonio's first play from scrimmage, they pressured San Antonio's quarterback, pick six. They come back, get the ball back, drive the field, get inside the red zone. I've never seen two different linebackers attack a quarterback the way that they attacked San Antonio's quarterback. One of them sacked the quarterback. He fumbles the ball in the air. The other guy takes it out of the air for 6. 14-0 before the offense even touched the field.
Hmm.
It was great. It's what we need.
Is that at UT San Antonio?
No, it's in Tampa
At South Florida.
tonight.
Okay. Okay.
But San
Um,
Antonio did not look like they were ready to be there.
yeah. All right. Just get the Jeff Traylor hype out of here. I'm not interested in
Anybody
Jeff.
associated with Chadwick Morris, I don't want
Yeah.
anywhere near Razorback
Right.
Stadium.
Right. Right. All right. Locks of the week right here. I'll go first. I'm taking Memphis -4 against Tulane. Big game in the college football playoff race, American Conference. I just I just don't think Tulane's that great. And so I'll let Ryan Silverfield to Arkansas get some more steam after he beats Tulane.
Okay.
Indiana -14.5. We both have this one. I'm just betting Indiana every week on this
Yeah.
show and with my wallet. I'm betting Indiana every single week. BYU +10. We also both had this one.
All right.
I mean, I know Texas Tech's really good. I know Lubbock's a tough place to play, but 8-0 BYU on the road. I mean, they could lose by a touchdown, I think. I think that's fair. So I just think there's
Yeah.
a little too many points. Ohio State -29.5. They're playing Barry Odom, who also wants the Arkansas job. I just need Ohio State to pummel Purdue. And once
Yep.
again, they cover a lot. So I'll just go ahead and bet them to cover one more time and give me Navy +26.5 against Notre Dame.
I almost picked
Navy's
that
pretty
one.
good. They're undefeated. So let's not sleep on Navy.
Yeah.
And I'll go go America. Go Navy.
Okay. All right. We'll get into mine. I'm taking Virginia and the points, laying 6.5 at home against Wake Forest. I've got. We already talked about Indiana. They've just demolished everyone. So I'm taking Indiana, laying 14.5. I'm taking BYU. I'm taking BYU in the outright win in Lubbock. And I'll say this: if uh, let me see, what was his name here? If Kalani Sitake was not a BYU alum and played at BYU, he would be him and Alex Golesh would be right there as the
Oh,
coaches that I want
wow.
to come here. I
Okay.
love
All
that
right.
dude. I've watched some interviews with him. I love the way
He's
that
a
he
he's
coaches
a
his
great
team.
he's a great guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Really good guy.
would love to have him if you're ever thinking about leaving the gorgeous landscape of Provo, Utah. Come to the Ozarks. It's almost just as pretty as the Rocky Mountains.
That's right.
So then I'm taking Georgia, laying 9.5 against Mississippi State. They're going to be just a little overstimulated after getting their first win since beating
Mhm.
us 2 years ago, and conference win. And then I'm taking Oregon, 6.5 at Iowa. Iowa may not score 6.5. So they did, they did put it on. Who was it a while back? They
Minnesota.
did. Oh gosh, that was who they
Yeah.
beat by
Yeah.
40.
Yeah.
Oh,
49-3 or something.
okay, yeah. PJ, you're
C-
out of the running,
Come on,
sir.
PJ. You are the weakest link.
Um,
Goodbye.
yeah, yeah. So those are my locks of the week. Looks like we both went 2 and 3 last week, so need some improvement this week.
Yes, sir. All right, you got one on me.
I did. I'm slowly catching up. One game back now. Through week 10. You're 42-21 after going 4-4 last week. I'm 41-22 after going 5-3. So let's see. Not a lot of great games this week. I had to like force some of these games to have 8 games to pick this week, but
Yeah.
um yeah, let's get into it. So we got game of the week in the SEC is number 3 A&M going 2 on the road to number 22 Mizzou. A&M laying 6.5 on the road. Who you taking?
I'm taking A&M. Como's a tough place to play, but the bottom line is I'm going back to hating Eli Drinkwitz a lot. I was like, you know what? I love Eli. Bring him to Arkansas. He's an Arkansas guy. I'm a fan for a couple weeks. Now there's no legs. It's not happening. I hate that guy. He's a dweeb. He's a nerd.
Yeah.
He's a troll. Give me Aggies. Screw you, Eli.
Yes. Give me Aggies by 90. I'll take I it feels good to not have him in contention Eli in contention anymore because yeah, it felt even though he's an Arkansas guy, it felt gross. I don't know. I I was never on board the way you were, but you know, we're back.
That's right. We're
Uh
back.
you got number 9 Oregon heading to the Children's Hospital in Iowa. Oregon laying 6.5 on the road. Who you taking?
Give me the Hawkeyes at home for the upset.
Okay.
They may not score 6.5, but they may win 6-3.
They might.
Dude, Iowa's just such a hard place to play, and
Mhm.
I don't know. It just feels like a spot play for Iowa. They're playing a little bit better, and Oregon's. I don't know. Just got a feeling. Just got a feeling. Give me
Okay.
the Hawkeyes.
All right. I'm taking the Ducks. My last name's Drake. Kind of have to. So, yeah, I'll take Oregon on the road. I'll have them cover the 6.5 even. So, um, next one we got Wake Forest at 5-3, going to 8-1. Virginia, the 14th ranked Cavaliers are laying 6.5 at home. Who you got?
I wanted to bet Wake so bad, but they just had that big win against who'd they beat the other day? They beat somebody. Um, they beat somebody good in the ACC. So,
Yeah,
SMU.
I
They
mean,
beat SMU, and then
one of those ACC powers.
yeah, and the only reason I didn't pick Wake is because they just beat SMU.
Mhm.
Virginia, I think they were in the college football playoffs that came out. We should have went over that today, but I think in the
Oh,
first
yeah.
college football playoff rankings, they're in it. They're in the playoff as of today.
Well,
So I was
they're in the
like,
driver's seat at 8-1.
give me Wake, because that's
Yeah.
rat poison. Them seeing that rat poison.
Yeah. SMU's already got 3 losses. They just handed Miami their second loss. So, yeah,
Mhm.
Clemson sucks. So, yeah, Virginia should be in the driver's seat in the ACC. So,
I
I'm
wonder
taking Virginia
with
too. It just feels like this is a game they could lose. Like, it doesn't feel like they're gonna be 11-1, obviously.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
even know who their coach is. Nobody has mentioned their coach for any of these head coaching
yeah,
jobs, so
right,
I don't even know who it
right.
is. So,
I
yeah, we
don't
need to
either.
do some research on that, but to get Virginia to 8-1, I mean, it's a big deal. Anyway, I've got the Cavaliers too, although I'm with you. It doesn't feel super confident.
Mhm.
But now we got some games with some interims. Let's see if they can make a splash. You got LSU, and I don't even know who they assigned as the interim. Going to number 4 Bama. This preseason was going to be a huge game, but now has lost some of its luster. Bama's laying 9.5 at home.
Yeah, I'm still taking Bama. I mean, I don't know. I'm just not buying. I love the interim bump, but I'm not buying it with LSU. I think Bama's
Yeah,
locked in. All that Kalen DeBoer hate I was spewing after that loss of Florida State, he's got him rolling and looking good. So
yeah.
Roll Tide.
I agree. I got the Tide in this one. I don't see LSU showing up the way they might cover actually, but I got Bama winning.
Yeah.
You got number 5 Georgia going into the confident confines of Mississippi State. Georgia's laying 9.5 on the road. Any chance that the Bulldogs go well, that the Mississippi State Bulldogs go back to back wins this week?
Um, there's a chance, yeah. Any chance, yeah. They played Texas to overtime. They should beat Tennessee. I just didn't think they looked very good, so I don't know. But if they hadn't had beat us, I may have picked Mississippi State to win this game. But since
Okay.
they beat us, I'm sticking with Georgia.
Yeah, they got the monkey off the back. I think in a weird way, you would think that would make them play looser, but somehow I think it makes them play tighter because it's just I don't know. It's Mississippi State playing Georgia. You got to pick Georgia, so I'm
Yeah.
going Georgia. They were my preseason national champ, so
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna stick with Georgia. So you got another interim coach, the most recent of the interims at Auburn, heading to number 16 Vandy. Do they get the interim bump and knock
If
off a shaky Vandy team?
Yeah, if Vandy hadn't lost at Texas, I'd pick Auburn 100 out of 100 times.
Hmm.
But Vandy coming off that loss, they've got to win to get in the playoffs. They're already at 2 losses. They have no room for error now. So I think Diego will be locked in and
Yeah,
give me the doors.
yeah. I had the exact same theory there. I think if they would have came from that huge deficit and beat Texas, I think Auburn could have came in and had a chance to beat them. But I'm taking the doors to stay playoff
Yeah,
hope alive.
yeah.
And then your game of the week, college game day, is in Lubbock, Texas, as number 7 BYU goes on the road to take on the number 8 Texas Tech Red Raiders. I was surprised by this line. Texas Tech's laying 10 and a
Yeah,
half at home.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I took BYU in the locks of the week. I think they cover, but I'm still picking the Red Raiders to win. I They're pretty dang good when they're healthy. So
Hmm.
they have the blueprint that Arkansas needs. Buy you a freaking great roster and go compete in 1 year because we saw
Yeah,
what they were at the Liberty Bowl last year. And
exactly.
so,
Garbage.
yeah, so go buy you a roster and make the playoff, and that's the blueprint for the Hogs. So give me the Raiders.
Okay. I'm taking BYU, dude. I'm loving me some Sataki. Uh, I would I would gladly take him on my sidelines, and I like what they got going on. So give me the Cougs to upset the Red Raiders on the road, even
Yeah,
though they're
yeah,
technically the higher rated team. But
yeah.
money line, they're the underdog. Then we got Arkansas against the bye week. Bye week is laying 3.5 against the Hogs. Who you taking here?
I think I'm gonna take the Hogs in an upset. I think they can clean up the turnovers, hopefully, against bye and not turn the ball over and maybe get some stops on defense against the bye and really get some confidence heading into LSU.
Yeah, we're looking for 0 turnovers this week. Figure
Yeah,
not having a game should help that, but you
yeah.
never can tell with this team. So no, I was almost gonna say, do we get a coach this week before the next game? Do we lock it in? We probably won't know if we do, but do we uh do we lock him up this weekend as far as negotiations and working it all out, and then they'll probably announce it a couple 2 or 3 weeks, but
It'd have to be James. That'd be the
right.
only
Yeah.
or Brian Kelly.
Dear God, no. Uh, so I went and watched
Uh,
that Bobby Bones clip that you were talking about last time with Alex Golish,
yeah,
and then there was
yeah.
another episode where he was wearing like Bobby was wearing a hog hat, and then I think Eddie, that's with him, was wearing like a Dallas Cowboys helmet, and he was like,
Mhm.
I had somebody text me a very big name that is interested in the job. He's like, I'm gonna write it down and I'm gonna show it to you, and I want you to give me your reaction of what you think Hog fans how they would react to this name. And he never disclosed who it was, so we never found out who it
Yeah.
was. But he wrote it down and showed it to him, and he was like, "Oh God, no!" It's like, no, Arkansas. That is not
Yeah.
who you would want. The reaction would not
Yeah.
be good if it was this
Yeah.
guy. So I originally predicted Brian Kelly, but then I saw some reports that Jimbo has expressed some interest, and so that made me think that that is the name that he wrote down on the card was Jimbo Fisher.
Yeah.
So
We Hunter's dumb, but once again, Hunter's not making the hire. But everybody with a brain knows that Brian Kelly, Jimbo, and Gus would piss people off. And that would not be the way to go. So
correct.
I'm fully confident in us not going that route because I have so
Yeah,
much
I am too.
confidence in our leadership at the U of A.
Same. Yeah. Woo.
Anyways, that is a wrap. We appreciate everybody listening and give us a like, a follow, a subscribe. We will be back with reaction to the Hogs in Michigan State on Tuesday. And unless something crazy happens and we decide to throw out a live show this weekend. But if we hire a coach, we will be going live. If James
That's
Franklin's
right.
locked in this weekend, we will
For
be going
for
live
sure.
immediately.
Yeah,
So,
we'll go find him. We'll
anyways,
interview him. Well, I'll go
that's right.
camp outside the stadium and see when they bring him in.
That's right.
We'll
That's right.
go.
So, anyways, appreciate all the love. Thanks everybody for giving us a listen, a like, and a follow. Tell a friend. And Andrew, take us home.
All right. Stay classy, never yield. Let's get us a coach. Beat Michigan State.
We're big.